Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of The Americans. We're on episode 3 of season 4. We are continuing with, well, the precarious position that Paige has now put her parents in for not quite understanding just how serious this is. She has spoken to her mum about it now and told her that she's told Pastor pretty much everything and that she's sorry. But sorry just doesn't cut it. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Martha's situation is becoming ever more precarious and dangerous with where she is. And Philip and Liz are now facing the fact that because they can't really just eliminate him, that they are on the brink. They're in danger now. Real, true danger. Because of their own daughter. I'm not 100% putting all the blame on Paige. She's a kid. But I feel like some of the blame should go towards the pair of them for not realising that they're not dealing with an adult. They thought because she's their daughter and they've brought her up that they could entrust her. But recent events should have shown them that they couldn't. And here we are. So let's carry on. This is episode 3.
I know what spies do.
It's very different.
Is that the word that Paige used? One of the things that we do, like you, is work to end the nuclear threat that hangs over all of us.
This is all they can do is try
We fight for justice.
Play down their
for equal rights for everyone.
Jewish dissidents trapped in the Soviet Union,
Yes.
Catholics in Poland.
Yeah.
I understand the need for secrecy, but let's be clear. A pastor's obligation to keep parishioners' secrets ends where his duty to the greater good begins.
What about the destruction of a family?
If you were to report us, we would go to prison.
I understand. I'm listening to you. And I'm listening to my conscience.
This isn't going well.
Alice and I minister to each other. She understands completely the sanctity of the congregation's confidence.
Yeah, they're getting the feelers for what you're prepared to do and not what you're prepared to do.
Can't seem to get rid of this, can I?
No.
He could tell anyone, or she could.
He could.
Yes.
We never should have told Paige.
Well, that's done. We have to do something now.
There are other ways.
No. So we know that.
The center trying to recruit is what got us into this in the first place.
We need a plan, Gabriel.
Just keep calm. The center will give us something to work with.
It's one thing talking to an adult here, but talking to a child and it being their child and their daughter.
Can I have everyone's attention? The counters on our Xerox machine indicate 6 extra copies unaccounted for today alone. But when people don't log their copies, they put the division at risk. Are we clear?
Someone's feeling the pressure from above.
Young Hee from Mary Kay.
Of course, of course. How are you? What are you doing here? How many are you feeding?
Oh, 3 kids. Have you sold anything yet?
I was going to. I don't know. I'm not so good at approaching people.
What if I went out with you? Got you started?
Great.
I'd like that. That would be nice.
You wouldn't get
Okay,
involved with
we'll
it.
do it. Let me get your number.
That'd be great.
I would not have the faintest idea, parent or not parent, how to approach this with Paige to try to just...
How could he do that? Why would he do that?
People talk. People we
hello?
trust.
Why would you do that? This is the problem. No matter how much you think you can fucking trust someone to not say anything, the minute it's passed on to that other person, they can feel the need and the want to be able to pass it on and share that with someone else that they trust the same way that you just did.
How could he be so stupid?
Oh yeah, you were. Agreed.
I've been so messed up for so long.
It's gonna be okay. You have to keep up the relationship. Go to him. We can't have him turn against us. So we have to think about him in this situation.
Well, anyway, we've taken up so much of your time.
Oh, wait. I wanted to buy that Time-Wise Miracle set.
Also add on the Day Radiance Foundation.
You're right. That was easier than I thought.
You had a really good first day. Maybe best I ever saw.
Thank you.
No, really. I mean it. 3 months to make my first sale.
Really?
Yeah, I was so pushy.
Yeah, it is fun.
Hey, you want to come to my house for dinner tomorrow night?
Gabriel. We have to get them out. We have no other choice.
There you go. He was to hold them back.
Choice. No one knows that better than you.
The pastor already told his wife. There are no good choices here.
I'll talk to the center. We'll figure something out.
Trying to bring their daughter in was a mistake. It's time to take them home.
It was a mistake, but none of you were fucking listening, and the center wasn't listening.
She'd talk to Pastor Tim. Tell him how she feels.
But will she?
And how does she feel?
Confused.
Betrayed, hurt, angry.
Have you patched things up with Stan yet?
You're entrusting a 14-year-old here to keep things...
We could use a friendly face at the FBI.
Остается решить, применяем ли к вам исключительное меры.
The hell does that mean?
Вы понимаете, о чем речь, Нина Сергеевна? Достаточно ли смягчающих обстоятельств? Ваш муж дал объяснение прокурору в вашу пользу. Также имеется заявление Антона Бакланова.
Заявление Бакланова?
No. I mean, she decided this all on her own, but...
So here you are, top travel agents, and you've never been to Epcot Center. It's been open for months. You could leave on Friday, come back Sunday night. While you're away, the pastor and his wife will have an accident.
Taken care of.
What? We go away, we come back, and there are obituaries in the paper. There's a big service in the church.
Gives you
She's
an
not
alibi.
stupid, Gabriel.
No, but it gives you an alibi.
She'll never be sure. While you're in
I'm sorry,
Florida,
but
you'll be with her
at this
every
point, that is the best option. I said this in the last episode, that the only way you can tackle this now, to be absolutely sure, is for you to go away and be with your kids and be with Paige and ensure that that's a 100% alibi, that you don't leave at any point. And then when you come home, something has happened. As he said, she will never have any proof, never be actually sure. And if it creates fallout between you and her, that can be handled. This can't.
We come home and she finds out something's happened to them. The center can't think we can ever bring her into this work.
We don't have a choice here.
For now. No, you don't. It's madness, in it. We're 4 seasons into this, and all the things that they've done, and all the missions they've done, and all the threats they've faced, and the one that's almost brought them down is their own daughter.
We've been wrong about Paige so many times, and we're doing it again right now. She'll think about this, and she'll figure it out, not
Yeah, she
right
will
away,
figure it out, but who's she going to tell then?
She will know.
When I tell you something, a secret, you can't just decide, oh, I think I'll tell my wife.
I am trying to help here.
Help who?
And I know how much you care about others until we know exactly what your parents do and whether or not people get hurt as a result
This
of...
is my mom and dad that you're talking about.
These scenarios that play out right
Sorry,
now,
I have to go.
everything that's playing out right now is the scenarios that Paige couldn't put in her mind and her thought process before she opened her mouth.
Oh, hey, we should go. No, it would be a lot of fun. And maybe we could go on spring break.
They do have off-season family getaway vouchers.
Good for now. So if there is an opening this weekend, you want to go?
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
I talked to Pastor Tim.
Good.
How'd it go?
Not good.
No.
What happened?
I got upset and he got upset.
Angry?
Who am I to tell him that his wife can't keep a secret?
You've reached an impasse.
I still don't know, really, what you guys do. I know you're spies and everything, but do people get hurt? I don't know what I know.
Which is why you should have kept your mouth shut.
Where do you go 2 nights a week?
You know what? Let's talk about everything on our trip. Okay?
Christ, she's hard work.
Do you want my kids? You can take one. I'm not kidding. How was your mouth?
It's better. I'm still kind of embarrassed, though.
Me too.
Hi.
Hi. I was just dropping Matthew off. I thought I'd come say hi to you guys.
Yeah, Elizabeth isn't home, but come in. That's about the limit of my kitchen skills.
How is everyone?
Philip, what are you doing?
Elizabeth.
I told her that I've been going to Est.
Wow. But?
No but. She's okay. In other news, Stan almost took a swing at me a couple of days ago.
Because he thinks you and me are...
Yeah, apparently his girlfriend saw us together after Est.
Stan is so into always being the tough guy.
Oh, I don't know. If it suddenly seems like your friend from across the street is seeing your ex-wife...
That's...
I'm blowing things out of proportion. We had a lying incident with Paige, but we do agree on a lot. And if my house burned down tonight and I had to go someplace else, they would come with me.
Yeah, maybe I've been a little too hard on him. Matthew doesn't see him enough, and he misses him. I mean, he would never say anything, but I can tell.
Urgent memo from the director.
The Bureau does not feel Stan.
Yeah, I figured that out a long time ago. You had some feelings about me. Suspicions. This thing with Gene Kraft change all that? You know, I think we should keep an eye on Martha.
Martha Henson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, knows how to force entry. The apartment was clean. He's exactly the kind of tech guy the KGB likes to use.
I was out there till 3 a.m.
And she could be seeing her folks or her sister.
He's
Her
doing
parents
his
live
due
in
diligence
Colorado,
here.
and she has no sister. You want to find out who really planted that bug?
Shit.
Help me track Martha.
I won't do it, Stan. But I'll take her to dinner.
You still think it'd be better to leave?
I do. Maybe they could send us down south. You always dreamed of Odessa.
And then what? With 2 kids who don't know anyone, don't know the language.
Don't know the country, don't know the culture,
You
don't
don't
know
think
anything.
they'd hate us then? I mean, everything that we've built here, our work.
But for the last 2 days, I've had an alarm going off inside me. Run, run, run. We have to meet with Gabriel.
This has made them more divided than they've ever been.
Gabriel? Gabriel? Gabriel?
What the hell?
Talk to me. Talk to me. He must have fallen.
Get out. Get out. What?
No. I don't think he has.
What happened?
How?
I don't know.
We just touched everything. Blood, his mouth when he coughed.
We need help. We need to signal William. Maybe one of us should stay with him.
What good would that do?
Just to help him if...
How are you going to help him? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Don't know anything. We don't know what this thing does. He's obviously got sick from it.
How close did you get to him?
We touched him. He was coughing.
There was blood. He must have fallen.
What does this mean? He's running. That tells you. He's half your age, of course he's going to catch up to you. What does this mean? Oh, well, that's done it. What are we dealing with, man?
Asshole. You should have wrapped Gabriel in plastic and burned his body. Come on.
Where?
My apartment.
I've gotten so many vaccines because of what I have to do.
It's giving me all these allergies. Dust, butter, sausage, candy, you name it. What's next? Always thought I'd get infected in the lab. Not in a park in the middle of the night by 2 people who were supposed to be on my side. Chloramphenicol, sodium succinate.
Okay.
Will it definitely work?
This strain is resistant to most antibiotics. Nobody knows if anything will work, but probably our best shot.
Or you could infect anybody you come into contact with. Is he dead?
He puts the vials in these for transport. Probably got exposed then.
What are you doing?
Killing it. 131 should do it, but I'm not.
So he must break down his structure state.
to be here for at least 36 hours. Longer if we start showing symptoms.
And the kids are
not going to Epcot.
Yeah. And your kids are now home alone. Arse! Wow, that episode ended really quickly. I cannot believe that has happened right at the end of the episode. That was so... That was on a back burner thing because he'd handed it over to Gabriel. I wasn't even considering any sort of unintentional exposure or an outbreak from it. For a minute, I thought it was a hit, and that's why I was asking him to get out, but then it quickly made sense that it's the container, like you said, he's transferred it into that, and maybe at that point is how he's got infected, but that has now knackered their whole trip and the whole plan around trying to deal with the pastor and his wife and allow Paige to just see that they had nothing to do with it. And then it's one thing to have proof of something, it's another thing to just go, did they have something to do with this? I can't prove it. They're never going to tell me. I'm not going to know. She can't go to the authorities with it. It's just hearsay. It's going to put her mind on overdrive. But all that's on hold because of what's just happened. Now, so they're going to have to come up with a different plan. But if they've already set this in motion, for all we know, Gabriel has already made whatever contacts to have the pastor and his wife dealt with over the weekend because he knows they're already going to be away at the Epcot Centre for the whole weekend, and now they're not going to get to go. He is lying on the floor either close to death or dead. And if the pastor and his wife gets taken care of while they're stuck there and Paige is at home, then the pastor disappears while they've disappeared. And they can't explain why they disappeared, and it won't even be what she thinks it is. Oh my God. What a foobar situation that is. And Stan is possibly... I don't know if he should have confided in that other agent that he wants help to try and pretty much surveil Martha, but we know he's already been doing it, and he is starting. He's very astute, Stan. He doesn't give anything away until it's the proper moment to do so and when to strike. But he's keeping a tail on her, and she has no clue whatsoever. So I guess we'll be back with the next episode and see what happens from this now, because they can't go home. They can't get anyone to them. They can't explain their disappearance. And if anything is to take place with the pastor while they're gone, and all this time, all Philip's wanted to do is, he said there's an alarm bell going off in his head. There's run. He wants to run. Elizabeth doesn't want to. So as far as he's concerned, he's like, then we stay. I just think it would have been easier to get rid of Paige. I'm only joking. I mean, it's an option. That is an option, but probably the worst option you could think of. I don't know. I love this series. It throws stuff in at the last minute like that you just don't see coming. Right, I will be back in episode 4 next week. Put your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to watch the unedited versions, they are available over on Patreon. Check the link in the description for that. And I will see you for episode 4 in a week's time. Take care.